permission to speak to the guides, please?
This is Violet.
Hi, Violet. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. What you got for us today?
What do you want to know?
Oh, okay, wonderful. Well,
Wait. So, I actually have limits on what I can talk about today because you actually both started hosting unexpectedly yesterday.
oh, wow. Okay.
That's why you've been having sort of physical symptoms as well. It's not only because of the moon, but also because your body was preparing and opening up.
Oh, is that why I got so sick this weekend?
Yes, your body was shifting, and Christy's been going through things like that too.
Oh, so it's prepping our body for more energy?
Well, you had to open up for your hosting, and you had to make sure that you got out of the way so that they could enter. And now they came in you yesterday.
Oh, good. Oh, I had that feeling. I feel like I had that feeling. Okay, cool.
I can share some things, but not all things.
Well, I'm open to whatever you can share.
Well, just remember that when you're hosting, it's almost like a test. Even though you cannot fail, it's still the same concept. Remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like the situation with Rebecca?
Oh, yes. You will have a lot of situations like that want to trigger your ego because you have advanced so far. We have to make sure, we have to make sure that your triggers will not trigger you any longer, that you have grown past that. But they just want to see how evolved the spiritual ones are becoming.
Okay.
So for the ones that you're hosting for, they don't care. We care. We have an investment in if you pass or fail your tests. They don't care if you pass or fail. They just want to document.
Okay. So did I do right by handling Rebecca by sending her a blessing?
Yes, just don't defend.
Should I go ahead and give her the... I offered her the $90 that I have.
No, it was not a test for that. It was a test for if you were going to get angry or defensive.
Oh, and I didn't, did I? I don't think I did.
No, you didn't. But I can't tell you the other tests that are going to come up while you're hosting.
Okay.
But I will tell you that you have done so good. You have done so good this year.
Oh, thank you so much.
Every single month you get more and more in tune with us and more able to control yourself.
I feel the difference.
Yes.
I feel the difference, and I have a lot more trust to go within and ask y'all to take it out of me.
We are so proud of you.
Oh, I'm just so thankful y'all have been able to help and guide me.
When you are finished asking all of your questions, you should allow Christy to take a nap and rest because 2 reasons. She does work very hard, and she did work very hard to get done early today to come over here. And another reason is she doesn't have anything to do today except for be with you, so she's not going to be asking to leave or anything. And she always tries to just put everybody else above herself and just surrender and say yes to everybody else all the time. And she needs to stop doing that. Sometimes she should put her needs above everybody else's. And if she does get to rest, she will feel so much better.
Oh, yes, she can definitely rest in here. It's a very peaceful place in here.
Yes. And then when she's done resting, you can make a video, you can go walk, you can do whatever you want.
That sounds like the perfect plan.
But I do need to say something for her to listen to as well.
Okay, perfect.
She is doing very well, just like you too, even though sometimes when her trigger comes up, then her ego does sometimes mess it up. But her biggest thing is that she has a failure to forgive, and she did used to have this mastered, but now for some reason she's back in this situation where she has unforgiveness in her heart for others, and she probably will not admit that because she doesn't even recognize it herself. But if she would learn how to meditate on forgiveness, and if she would remember that forgiveness is the only way to true peace and to true power, then she would understand that it is for her own good and not others. And even if she doesn't think that she's holding on to unforgiveness, if she would just really meditate about that and talk to us, we would reveal it to her, and then she can surrender that and feel so much better. And also, the other thing she struggles with is getting rid of the stuff that's cluttering her home, and that is a direct reflection. Your home is a direct reflection of your inner mind. And so when she can make herself purge her house, and this is something she has to do. No one can do this for her. The the art and the doing, the actual physical doing of getting rid of things, she's actually not in a sense, but she is actually also rearranging her mind for the better and cleaning out her mind. And so her greatest wish is to not feel so distracted. Her greatest wish is to have better mental clarity right now. And that is not going to happen until she rearranges and declutters her home, because it's actually not just a representation of her mind. It'll actually be happening in her mind as she's doing it in her home.
Oh, that's so exciting.
But besides that, she's doing very good. And do you want to know why you and her were both thinking of and being revealed about the Dia de los Muertos, which is yesterday and today?
Oh, why is that?
Because you both have loved ones that have passed on that wish to be honored more. And it would be a great healing practice if you don't even have to make like a big celebration the way that the Hispanic community does, but just to make a small altar to your loved ones who have passed on. And it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. You can just put like 2 pictures and a candle, a white candle. The spirit in the spiritual world, that is a sign of great respect.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I love that. I could do that. Yes, that can be good.
But a lot of people like to put a lot of photos and trinkets, and maybe on special occasions they put the favorite food or drink of that person on the altar as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yes, and that is the reason why the Spanish community does not deal with grief in the same way that the Americans or the European community does, because you're afraid of grief and you're afraid of death in a sense. But the Hispanic community, they embrace it and they talk about it and they remember their loved ones every single day, and it doesn't feel scary. But in the spiritual world, they feel great honor when you have a little like area designated just for them.
Oh, I love that. And that helps them stay remembered.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now you can teach others.
Yes, that can be a YouTube video.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I love that. That does make sense, because when you see pictures of past loved ones, it just makes you feel good. And then you can talk to the grandkids about them and tell them stories.
Well, and the spirits themselves just feel very, very, very loved when you do that. And Christy should do it too.
We will. Oh, I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, interesting. That's so cool. That does make sense, because they are there just like us. I can't perceive them yet. But they're living just like we are.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Okay, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like us to know?
Well, you can ask whatever questions that you would like to. I'm not certain as to what I can answer or how much more information I can give you. I do know that whenever this hosting contract this time is up, you will feel like a weird sensation in your belly button, because you're actually going to get an upgrade to your spirit and your soul. And a lot of the new energy comes in through your stomach.
Oh, I love that. I was thinking of the belly button this morning.
Yeah, so when it's over and they are done taking their notes, they're going to agree to give you a huge upgrade to your spirit and your soul.
Oh, I love that. Is that when my channeling will start?
Yes. And Christy, the only reason why she's channeling before you is because it's going to empower her to realize how much power she has. She needs to be empowered right now. She's so busy that she doesn't stop and meditate as deeply or as often as she should, and she's not staying consistent with the spiritual things. And we're so happy that you always remind her and you stay patient with her. We love that. But if she sees how much she can channel and how clear of a connection she has, that will empower her and motivate her.
Oh, I love that. Good, 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 because that's exactly what she needs.
Yes.
Oh, I love y'all. Thank you for that.
Oh, and when she does the stuff with her home and her mind, and when she understands the true power, self-power that comes from forgiving everything and everyone and releasing them, she will also start to lose the weight that she's thinking about too.
Oh, is that because she's released everything?
Yes, because she tries so hard to release everything, but for some reason she still holds on to some silent unforgiveness. And sometimes she'll release it, but then she'll pick it back up. So she needs to really just understand how powerful it is to release all of that, how powerful it is, because it's like holding on to something and keeping this heaviness inside of her that doesn't belong there. It just weighs her down literally.
Okay, and this challenge is going to help her.
Yes, but also when she hears these words, then she'll remember that and she can even do research, spiritual research, and through her books and online and stuff if she wants to, about forgiveness and the power of forgiveness and how every relationship, no matter what kind of relationship it is an assignment. That's how you have to look at every single relationship. It's all an assignment. And if you're having unforgiveness for one relationship, you're not learning the lesson of that assignment.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to look at it. Oh, good, good. I think that will help her a lot in her perspective.
Yes.
Oh, it helps me. And when now will she get her upgrade on her birthday, or will it be the same time I get mine?
You will both get it at the same time because you'll both stop posting at the same time.
Okay, is that what they call the Kundalini energy?
No, but you're getting
Okay.
closer. Whenever you get your Kundalini is when you're entering into the 5D.
Okay, so that'll be next year. Okay,
Yes.
so we will know a big difference with our soul.
Yes.
I love that. Thank y'all so much for this opportunity. So thankful. And I can just keep asking y'all to keep removing it out of me when I get worried.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And one day you'll experience something called the holy instant. And the holy instant is when you completely and totally let go of all of your fear, completely 100% let go of all of your fear. And for Christy, all of your unforgiveness, all of your worry about lack, you let go of all of it 100%. And you have only faith, and your faith is based on love because you understand that only love is real. And so when you understand that only love is real, then you understand that fear is an illusion and it doesn't belong anywhere near you because it doesn't even exist. Then you experience something called the holy instant. Then you get filled with faith and love and trust, and you always understand that everything is constantly working out. But as long as you even have a little bit of worry or a little bit of lack, then you can't experience that.
Oh my goodness. That's a beautiful word. Okay. Will that be when we get our soul upgrade, or is that will help us achieve that, won't it?
Yes, that does not have a certain
Oh,
time. That's just a gift that you receive inside yourself.
oh, I love that. Is that the gift of the end of the ego death?
It's when you have the holy instant and you don't revert and you keep living in the holy instant every day, then you're entering into the complete ego death. You're entering into the 5D, but some people can experience the holy instant, and I'm sure that you have, and I'm sure that Christy has, and then still end up going back into worry or doubt or lack or unforgiveness. But when you stay in the holy instant, then you're in the tunnel to the new earth, to the new way.
I love this. Thank you so much.
Do you know what a miracle is?
I feel like I do. Yes.
Miracle is when you can say to yourself, not you specifically, but anyone can say to yourself, I am willing to see this differently. Because the reason for all hardship is two minds that are clashing or disagreeing or harmful to each other. And each one of you are so set in your belief system or your conviction about whatever it is that you're causing each other harm. But when one person chooses love instead of being right, and you can say, I'm willing to see this differently, then you experience a miracle, and so does the other person.
Okay.
And then when everybody starts acting like that, miracles will become your birthright.
Oh, I love that. Okay, kind of like I was saying earlier, every choice you make in every moment of the day determines.
Yes, so do you want me to give you an example?
Yes, please.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this because
Well,
you're hosting, but
don't get in trouble.
well, if like on the thing with Rebecca, if you wanted to experience a miracle, you could say to yourself, I am willing to see this differently and mean it. And then maybe you would have some divine inspiration on how to talk to her. So I'm not telling you what to say or how to talk to her, but I'll give you an example, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So maybe then you could say, you could feel inside of your heart her pain, and then you could, because you're willing to see this differently, you can say or think or whatever, or see, um, how can I see this differently? Okay, so I can see that she's in pain. I can see that she has a lot of fear. I can see that she has worry and guilt and shame and all these things that I don't wish for her. And I can see that she's had all of these terrible things in her life happen to her. So I can talk to her with love and empathy, and I can be the best friend I can possibly be to her. That doesn't mean that I'm going to enable her. That doesn't mean that, but you're also giving up your defenses, because your defenses, when you are defensive, that's shame and that's guilt on your end. And so then you're just projecting more of that back onto her, and that's how an argument ensues. But even more than just ignoring her, if you wanted to say, I love you so much, and I'm so terribly sorry that your life has shown you so many bad examples, and you have not had very many good things happen to you. And I am always here for you. And I deeply apologize that I cannot give you what you need in this moment. But I love you, and I hope that you can forgive me. Even though it feels like you're kind of kissing her butt, you're not. And I'm not telling you that you should do this. I'm just giving you an example of what could happen if you're willing to see it differently.
Yes, thank you.
You're just showing her unconditional love, but you still have your boundary, and you're not kissing her butt. You're just showing her, I can be a kind person. I can see this differently. I can give you the miracle you need, because when you remove your defenses, then she will feel like she has no choice but to remove her defenses.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Just
you.
speak kindly. You don't have to be defensive. There's nothing you can accomplish with it.
That is true. I just felt bad because I couldn't give her the full money.
But why do you feel bad? You're not meant to.
That's what I was telling myself on the porch. It's not, this is her life lesson, and I sent her a blessing.
You're not meant to give her the money. That's not the purpose of this exercise. The purpose of this exercise is for you to learn how to still show love and joy and kindness and experience a miracle, because you're willing to see this differently. And in doing that, you're releasing not your boundaries. You're releasing your defensiveness, because only guilty people are defensive. And if you remember that, then you'll never be defensive. But then at the same time, then she gets to experience a miracle, and then she can choose what she wants to do with that miracle, and maybe she can start seeing things differently.
Oh, I love that. Okay, okay.
So just say out loud right now, I am willing to see this differently.
I am willing to see this differently.
Good job.
Thank you so much. I love it. I just love it. It's just a matter of your intention and your words and your consciousness.
Yes, because our main job is to spread joy, and we can't spread joy if we're defensive, if we're conflicting with each other.
Yes. I'm so glad you are teaching us this so we can spread this to everyone. This is how we change the world.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. And it's really not that hard when you want to do it.
Just remember to show people empathy, even if you don't understand their situation. If you say, I'm willing to see this differently, we will show you how to have empathy for them. We will show you how to share in their pain, not so that you can feel pain, but so that you can not try to be conflictive with them.
Okay.
because her pain is very real to her. And whether or not it's her own doing or not, it's still pain. And what she doesn't need is to be feeling shame about it. What she needs is to feel love so that she can stop having the negative emotions.
Yeah, yeah, because Mom used to always direct love, and that helped me get out of my bad mindset. So that would help her.
So just because you do not agree with her doesn't mean that you can't show her love and kindness and empathy.
It's true. Oh, thank you so much for that. That's what me and Christy was talking about earlier. We've learned so much the last year. It's just neat. It's just so neat.
We're so proud of y'all.
We're so thankful for y'all. We make a good team, don't we? Me,
Yes.
you, and the guides, and Christy. We make a wonderful team. Oh, okay, okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us?
Well, I can answer the question about Elijah.
Okay, thank you.
And then after that, I have to go, okay?
Okay, thank
Because
you.
you're hosting.
Okay.
Well, Elijah is made up of millions and millions of angels and spirit guides and ancestors. But the thing is that it's all of the angels and spirit guides from every person that you're ever going to impact and every person that you've ever impacted in a spiritual way. And so that collective is just growing every single day because we can see the direction that your life is going to take. We can tell you what you're going to be doing when you're 62 or 88 years old. We can see everything you're going to do for the rest of your life. And so even though we can't tell you all of it, we already know all the millions and millions of people that you are going to touch indirectly or directly on a spiritual level. And so all of those people are in your collective. And so therefore all of their angels and all of their spirit guides are in your collective too.
Oh, I love that.
And so all of those make up Elijah because you have so much work that you're going to do.
Oh, thank you for that. I felt that in my heart. I felt all of this in my heart. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the baby doesn't have a name because he's never incarnated before.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Is there a name that he would like to suggest?
He likes the name Ace.
Ace.
It's more of a nickname though, I think.
Okay. So does he want that as to be his name?
Well, he doesn't care.
He's good with that. With anything. Does he have it's okay to ask if he has a message for her?
No, he's just happy to be coming, but he doesn't care about his name because he's never had one.
Oh, so he's like a baby soul?
Yes, but in heaven, somebody always called him Ace.
Okay, cool. I love that.
Mm.
Thank you for that. Okay, well, if that is all, is it okay to...
Don't forget to pray for everybody every day, and especially whenever you think about what were you guys talking about with Chaz and April?
Yes.
The more you pray, the faster that they will connect and see their mission together because they do have a great mission together.
Oh, good. We could do that this afternoon after her nap.
Yes, and pray for April to get great clarity because she has a lot of cloudiness in her mind right now.
Oh, okay.
Just send her so many blessings and they really, really will work.
Oh, I love this. Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
Now remember, whenever you're praying or sending blessings, that's when you're asking. But whenever you're meditating, that's when you're receiving answers. So prayer is asking, meditation is receiving.
Oh, okay. I don't think I knew that.
That's why they're both equally important.
So we've been doing good.
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay. I've learned so much knowledge I didn't even know ever existed. Thank you so much. Um, the next questions I got is just about Takari.
I'm not supposed to talk about that while you're hosting.
Oh, so we can't go into the past life?
No, and I feel sad about that because there is so much information for you. But do you want to know what the positive is?
Yes.
It's that your intuition is so strong that you're actually going to be able to intuitively figure out a lot of that. First of all, by spirit writing, because you have that inside of you to be able to spirit write. You can get some powerful messages just by writing, but also by your own research as well. You can find out a lot about that. And there is going to be time when you're done hosting for us to answer all of your questions and tell you all about her life. But I need you to strengthen your intuition as well and learn how to trust your intuition because it is very, very strong.
Okay, because I've been thinking in my mind everything I think is true,
Yes, it is.
but then I'll think something that's kind of like negative, and I'm like, well, I don't know if that's true or not. Like there was that lady at Peppers, and I looked at her and I was like, why is she following Mark? But then I was like, I don't want to be egotistical thinking something bad, so I just try to get that out of my head.
Well, your intuition is never going to make you feel negative. Your intuition is always going to make you feel peace. So that can be your guide as well. If
Okay.
something makes you feel negative, it's not your intuition, it's someone else's energy.
Okay, it made me just think of, it made me think that she was after Mark, and I was like, why am I thinking that? There's no reason for me to be thinking that. But that was just then I was like, well, maybe it's my intuition, but then again, maybe it was my ego. So I don't know. It's okay though,
It doesn't matter if she was after Mark.
because Mark's not into her.
Yeah, he's only into you, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she walked right up to him butt naked. He's only has his heart for you.
Yeah, because I thought about that later, and then I believe I asked y'all to help take that out of me. So strengthen my intuition. So does that mean what I've seen in the woods with the Native American people, they've actually been there?
Yes, everything you think that makes you feel peaceful is true.
Oh, I love that. Okay, okay. And I need to journal more. I've done really good with the vegetables and the fruits.
Yes, you have.
I'm going to get better.
Just try that spirit writing because some amazing, incredible details can come out.
Okay, and I just sit there and with intention and call y'all in.
Yes, and just start writing. If you're going to write about her, just write her name and write all the things you remember about her, and that'll get you started and that'll get it flowing. And then you'll just start writing things. And you're not even conscious of it when you're doing it, you're just writing because someone's pushing the energy through you, through your hand, to reveal it to you later.
Okay, so every thought I have is literally meant to have.
Yes, so if you think about while you're writing, oh, she used to make 25 corn tortillas a day with masa, and this is what she did, and she used this amount of this, and that's something that seems like not even important detail, but if you thought it, it goes in there.
Okay, okay, okay. Whew, I feel like I've done better since you gave us the Chaylin video. I just need to get stronger. I'm acknowledging more.
Yes, you have the power, you have all of it that you need.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And what was the purpose of the spider bite? Can you tell me that?
I think it's just honestly, I think that was just a representation of every time we, and I don't mean me, I mean you and other people that have a human body, every time you think that you can control the outcome or you're attached to the outcome or you have the power to um, manipulate a situation, you end up getting hurt and defeated. But if you're surrendering and if you're giving God your free will and if you're asking us for guidance and if you're trusting the angels for the outcome, then everything goes nicely. But every time you think about that spider bite, I want you to think about what happens when you don't surrender and when you don't trust, and how you end up kind of feeling like you're going backwards.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
that sounds kind of simple, but that's really the
That's,
feeling I get from that.
that makes sense. Because I knew there was a meaning for it. There had to be a meaning for it.
Well, and Cressida is so much more smarter on things like that than I am, and she can probably just tell you, pinpoint exactly why it happened and exactly when it happened and all. She has so much more knowledge than I have about symbolism, but that is really truly the feeling that I get from that.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Well, is there anything that any of the other guides would like to say to us, or Cressida, or anything, or?
No, but just remember whenever you're talking to them, just like people, they have their own personalities. And I know it's kind of like different now because Christy's voice doesn't change as much as it used to when she first started doing this, because everybody's just comfortable all being together in one space now. But if you ever notice that, like I said, Krista is very smart with symbolism. If you ever notice also, she has a lot of ability to see into the future, and that's kind of like the way that she likes to work. And then with Willow, she has the ability to look into the past and sometimes even change the past, but she loves to teach lessons based on past experiences. And then me, I'm just kind of in the middle and I'm trying to learn from both of them.
No, well, like we are.
Yeah, but it's, if you ever just really just pay attention and you see the way that they're similar but they're different. But and I'm sorry that Christy's voice doesn't change as much as it used to, because I know that was more helpful, but I think it's just because everybody's comfortable. But just like with people with bodies, everybody's personality is different, and Cressida is always going to push for the future, and she's always going to talk about the future, and she's always going to try her best to tell you things without giving too much away. And Willow's always going to try to use the past as a lesson or something.
Yes, it's a perfect combination.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Can you tell us how the situation with Marie, or is that later after hosting?
Yeah, I think I've already talked too long now.
Okay, well, so this is a short session, isn't it?
I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
don't want
okay.
to get in trouble if you're hosting, because I'm not supposed to influence you. Nobody is.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So, oh, that was just so exciting to even know that we're hosting. And Christy will tell a big difference when she starts doing her channeling, won't she?
Yeah, she'll amaze her own self.
Oh, I can't wait because I keep thinking it's going to start early, but we'll see. Either way, it's just exciting. Okay. Well, I came in here thinking I was going to learn about Takari.
Oh, you're going to whenever you're done hosting.
Yeah, that's
But it's
okay.
also a great time to practice your intuition and see how much you can learn by yourself too, because you'll be amazed at how much information you can pick up just with your own intuition.
Okay, I just got to start trusting it a whole lot more.
Don't question any part of that.
Anything. Oh, I love that. Okay. I'm going to
So
work on that.
you'll get thoughts in your head and you think, "Wait, did I just make that up?" No, that came for a reason. And you can even ask Christy, she's done that a gazillion times, and she'll just think to herself, "I'm literally just making this up right now and I don't want to say it because I'm probably wrong." And those are the thoughts that are actually usually the most strongest, the most influenced by. Or you can see something like, "Oh, I saw my neighbor wearing an Aztec print skirt." That's just you saw somebody walking beside your house in an Aztec print skirt, whatever. And you think, "Oh, well, that's kind of pretty." Well, that was actually a symbolism of something that your intuition is pointing you towards.
Oh, I thought so because I've been recognizing a lot of signs lately.
Yes, and it all coincides together. So your thoughts and what you actually see with your eyes, and then your spirit writing, all three of those tools together can paint you a pretty detailed picture if you would just trust all of those things.
I need to write more.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
everything is a clue.
Okay.
Just remember, back to the other things we were talking about, every relationship is an assignment.
Okay.
Everybody is just as important as everybody else. And if you can remember that every relationship is an assignment, especially for Christy, she can pass more of these tests because she'll realize how pointless and time wasting it is to be unforgiving with someone. Even if they deserve it, it doesn't matter. They don't deserve it. Nobody does. Everybody's innocent. In fact, if you take the time to look at the gun in your hand, you'll realize, or if you take the time to look at the anger in your hand, you'll realize you're holding the gun towards yourself, not the other person.
Yeah, because you're creating anger inside you,
Right.
and you're only hurting you.
Yes.
I mean, you're hurting the other person too, but you're doing more damage inside of you.
Every time you're pointing the gun, which the gun is symbolism for unforgiveness, every time you're pointing the gun at someone else, if you just take the time to look at it, it's always actually pointing at you.
And that goes back to the mirroring.
Yes. Because everything you see in others is what you already see and feel about yourself.
Okay. Okay. And that's why we have our guides to help remove that out of us.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad y'all told us that, or I'm glad we acknowledged that.
Well,
We took it to heart.
it'll be really helpful if Christy can remember that every relationship is an assignment. Everybody you meet is an assignment. Then she can kind of detach from it a little bit and pay attention to her own behavior as well and how she can have the best possible outcome.
Okay, good, good, good. And we're so wonderful. And we've been doing wonderful with the videos.
Yes, there is no right or wrong, so yes.
I know, I'm so excited. We're like, and we're going to make one after she takes a nap today, so.
Yes, she needs some rest.
Well, okay. I don't really... You probably talk too much, so I guess we should get going.
I'm sorry.
No,
I just don't
sorry.
I don't
It's
want them to
okay.
stop hosting with you because I'm influencing you too much.
No, it's okay. We want to... They're helping us out too. It's okay. Should we do a session next week, or when should we do another session?
I would say probably at least after Christy's birthday to give them enough time.
Okay. And y'all will guide us too.
Yes.
Or we'll get my intuition will be picking up.
Yes.
So I'll know. Okay. Well, can you send love to everybody and to the gods?
Yes, you just did.
Oh, thank you so much. And if that's all, I guess we'll just close out.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye, Violet.